Hey everyone, it's Rhea from Stargazer Creates, and I'm here today to give you a video tour of this great art agenda that I put together. The actual project was to make a planner, a handmade planner, since those are really trendy right now. And I use an electronic planner for my work life, but my art life is quite different, so I decided to make something a little bit eclectic to match my artsy needs. So on the outside you can see I've got all kinds of great charms here. Feathers and filigree. Oh, some keys. There's a great arrow hiding somewhere in here that's just my favorite, that long skinny arrow. You're going to see quite a few arrows throughout this project. There's a theme. And there's another dangle up here with some leaves, and I put 215 on there and some flowers. This was actually originally attached here, but it kept getting in the way and bothering me, so I moved it over to the spine where it could dangle freely. This book was actually constructed with art parts and sticky back canvas. Really easy to do. I put this together in a day. So I've also included some seam binding as a closure here with a Tim Holtz hitching post and a little eyelet there where I've got this. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit later too, but this is a scrap from this amazing resin paper that I made with Canvas Corp's handmade paper. Absolutely amazing stuff, and I love this feather paper that they have out now. You'll see that they have another feather paper. I've used the opposite one, kind of. It has a larger scale on the inside. So common throughout my books always are lots of pockets and tuck-ins, and so you can see some of the Seven Gypsies ephemera and paper tape here. This is a 2-ring binder style, so I can add and delete as I want, which I always love. That idea of things kind of being transitional or able to use however you want. I have to say, these papers that they make are super sturdy. They're one-sided, but the quality of the cardstock is phenomenal. I don't have eyelets or anything there, and I've been getting in and out of this quite a bit already, and it is holding up phenomenally. So really great quality cardstock. I used some of my treasured gaffer's tape that I no longer have to make these tabs. So to the powers that be, I say bring gaffer tape back. I absolutely love this stuff. But that's how I made all these little personal tabs for my little book here. So, lots more tuck-ins, places to write notes and things. These are the Canvas Corp ATC paper bags. You can see the use of more ephemera there. Lots of things that you can move around still. So these are just paper clipped in. One of the feathers fell out, so I tucked that in. This here is another resin piece. So one afternoon I sat and got all kinds of resin together and did tons of my papers and ephemera and things just so that I could have it for when I wanted to use it, and I absolutely love how it comes out. These are old bits from a ledger of some sort. It has the holes so you can put it in a binder, I'm guessing, but I love that the holes are still there, and that adds texture. You can see that I've also used paper that I tore out of another notebook, and I just left the jagged edge so it has more texture. I like this idea too, the Seven Gypsies file folders. These are meant to be folded in half, but instead I just punched holes as appropriate and made for another cool little flap. So another sample of that great feather paper. Absolutely love it. I've also done some rub-ons throughout. So this section's about my blog. I used like a Dymo label maker for my inserts there. More tags, ephemera. That's a little scrap that I had on my table from the American Vintage line that just came out. So I always love when I can use my scraps up. Here's another great piece of that resin paper. I have to tell you, this is so thick, and it's amazing what the resin how it transforms paper. And I just love this piece so much that I just poked a hole and stuck it in there. You can see there's quite a bit of texture. Since I was doing such a large batch, I used a trash bag, and it kind of took on the texture of the trash bag on the back, but the top is super smooth and really neat. These little tiny paper clips are from Seven Gypsies too. You can see I've used more vintage notebook paper. This was taken out of an old composition notebook that I had, and again I left the jagged edges, and so I have little spots that I can add journaling as it pertains to my blog or whatever. There's another one of the Seven Gypsies file folders, and that's a bit, I think these are called journal pages actually, this one is. This is just, I think this came from a mixed media pack from Canvas Corp, that corrugated cardboard. More of their paper tape there. Some of the old tickets that I've had lying around for a long time. There's another tiny little scrap that was just on my table from American Dream. One of my dreams was to go to Brave Girls Club, so that's in there. Some other ideas about my studio getting organized. Lots of dreams on that. It's quite a mess, but I work messy. Great little feather clips that I just added in. It adds texture and movement. This is one of my favorites. There's two pieces of this, and this is a handmade paper from Canvas Corp with script that has been resonated. And again, I can't even begin to tell you how hard and sturdy this is. It's really cool how the paper transforms when you put the resin on. So this is my little project section. Again, more tuck-ins and pockets, some of my little Brave Girls Club cards, some brainstorming about resin, more of those file folders that I've cut up. This is fantastic too, folks. This is actually the tissue paper from Seven Gypsies that I've resonated, and you can see how translucent it is, but it's super, super strong now that I have added that resin on. And then I love how you can see the feathers through there. So another journal page, lots of stuff that can move. I like movement. Lots of things clipped in, lots of different ideas. This is scratch paper from a sketchbook, so it's got a different type of paper there. I did a tiny bit of doodling and then it went through. I'm not too much of a doodler, but of course there's something tucked in there, the ephemera. Here's another piece of that handmade resin paper. You can see how it's become translucent from the resin. All kinds of things clipped on. Due dates, all kinds of my lists of things to do there. Some of them I probably shouldn't let you see. So this is another resonated little embellishment there. So that's it. My fun, uniquely mine art agenda with lots of great little tips and techniques inside of there. I hope you enjoyed and got a little bit of inspiration and maybe saw some of your own stash in a little bit of a different light. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers.